to Gbutterfly TV. I told a few people I was coming on at 7:15, and lo and behold, I was a few minutes late. But better late than I hate being late, so I'm not even gonna say better late than never because I hate being late. Hey, Miss Callis, you in here quick? You always be one of the first ones in here. But I thank everybody for coming. Guess what? I got some good topics for us to talk about tonight. Y'all just give me 1 second. I'm trying to pin a comment, but for whatever reason, it's not working for me. Okay, but that's all right. I'm not even gonna worry about it. And I didn't even print it out. I have them typed up here in my TV. I can read the topics off of my computer. Poochie Evans, you was here the other day. Welcome and thank you for coming back. I put my phone down if it meant I could hold your hand this Valentine's. Hutton Head 66, you real funny. A parent on social media confessed that she does a lot for her 5 children, and they're all grown. She said that she is going to help her children when they are in need. Period. She said no questions asked. She don't ask her husband if it's okay. She said she don't even go to God and ask him is it okay to help her grown children because they're hers. And she wanted to particularly reference her daughter because the subscribers, and I'm assuming the daughter must be on TikTok, because the subscribers were in her daughter's inbox and in her ear, and they're attempting to make her feel bad that her parents actually help her. So the lady on TikTok says she doesn't pay her daughter's bills, but she does help her with incidentals. She said because if you're an adult, you should pay all your own bills. She said she does not pay any of her children's bills. So she said, but if her daughter is broke after actually handling her business, meaning paying her bills and all those things, she says she doesn't mind helping her daughter, and she will. It doesn't matter what, she's going to help her daughter. But what she couldn't understand was why so many people on social media had a problem with her helping her daughter. And her daughter does not live at home. Her daughter actually lives in another state because she actually made sure that she said that. So how many of you out there in social media land still help your children even though they're grown? Hey Leah, how many of you help your children? One, we can help people in the streets. Why not help blood? Okay, Party Dog, I can. Okay, we got another person that says that they help their children. And she was saying how she's financially able to help her children. So then she didn't see what the big deal was. And she was basically telling the people who are, I guess, bothering her daughter on social media to pretty much leave her alone. Somebody says, I have no kids, but my mama still helps me. Right. Oh, why the tears? There's nothing wrong with that. Somebody else is just looking like, who is that Taryn 8? What you look? You trying to see if somebody up here helping their kids with all those eyeballs. You look great there, Sunflower. Okay, thank you very much. Just passing through, about to saddle up and hit the dusty trail. All right, Taryn, hit the dusty trail. Be safe. I done died and went to cowboy heaven. You talking about this Texan shirt? Is that what you're trying to say? I guess you could tell I'm definitely from Texas. Houston. Somebody say leg of Sugarfoot. Whoever you are funny because I don't think you've ever been over here. Do you see anything wrong with a parent assisting their adult child? And at what point does it cross over the line of assisting to enabling? You don't love me anymore, baby. I don't know who you are. Muff Dad, you back. I remember you. I think we had to put you on mute one day last week. How you doing? Texas raised, all right. As a people, we would think that we should be glad when we help each other. You would think so. To me, it feels good as a parent to be able. I have 2 adult sons, and if they ask me and I'm able, I don't think twice. I don't think twice. It became enabling when it became to a consistent thing. Okay, sir, somebody with OTED at the end, you've been here before. You've been here before because you know how we do it. We give them a what? Boop. When they start cutting up too much. Helping and enabling are 2 different things. 2 totally different things. Okay, 2 totally different things. Totally different. I agree with you 100%. Assisting is one thing, but when you get to the point where you do everything for them, and also when they take advantage and they expect it, that's kind of enabling. And when you're not expecting them to do any better, that's enabling. Tony Smith, welcome, welcome. I'm glad you followed the host. You know, over here, if you're new, let me give you the format really, really, really quick. I come on, I try to greet everybody. I try to be a gracious host for this channel. I try to greet everybody. I try to say everybody's name as I see them coming through. Well, it's no way that I can see everyone's name as they're coming through. But I try to greet you. I have a list of topics. I don't just come sit here and be rambling off about all kind of stuff because I don't like to go to nobody's channel when they don't have anything that they're talking about and just talking about a bunch of bullshit, to be honest. But I try to have some topics. I actually read off the topics in a chat. We just chat back and forth and we keep it moving. We get on up out of here. I know you love me because you only muted me, not blocked. Okay, but you pushing it already. Mutt Dad, we only been on about 5 minutes. You're already pushing it. You almost gonna get the I'm right here. I'm not all the way here. Look, I'm not all the way right here. I'm not right there. I'm like right here. So pipe down just a little bit because I know you want to hear the rest of these topics. Let me see, Mr. Butch Hamilton, you must have missed the very first one, but that's all right. We were talking about a mother who's financially able to assist her daughter. She says she assists her daughter, but she does not pay any of her daughter's bills. She said when her daughter finished paying all her bills, if she pretty much broke, she helped her with the incidentals. If she said her daughter was using some kind of makeup that was breaking out her face. So she took her to a store and bought her some more expensive cleaner or makeup or something for her face. But she said she does that for her daughter and she doesn't see anything wrong with her helping her daughter because she handles her business by paying all her bills. But everything is pretty high. I can only assume the young lady lives by herself, and she definitely does not live in the same state with her mother. And her mother says she has 5 children and she don't see anything wrong with assisting her children, and she's not going to ask anybody's permission, nor is she going to apologize for doing so. So my question to the chat was, how many of you feel like it's okay for parents to assist their children? And at what point does it become enabling? Tatalicious says, I help my daughter, I don't think twice. I don't want her doing nothing strange for some change. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. And I think most parents would welcome helping their children if they can. This says, I'm from upstate New York by ways of Arkansas. Grown kids. Help when I can, but only spoil my grandkids. You doing? Hey, Diva. No, Divineness Kisses. Hey. Glad you made it over. Now, I do understand about spoiling grandkids. I have 2 granddaughters, and ooh, I probably would have a nice little chunk of change saved up if I wouldn't be spending my money on those 2 little girls. I pay for my grandbaby's diapers. You know what? I have 2 grandkids, and I'm gonna tell you what I used to do. From the first one, she's 5 years old. When my son and daughter-in-law first had her, when they brought her over to our house, all they had to do was just bring the baby. They didn't need Pampers, wipes, clothes, milk. I had food. I had bottles, anything she needed. All they had to do was just bring the baby. I even had my own car seat in my car for her. So I had everything. They didn't have to bring anything. Is there any other grandparent that's like that? You have grandkids, and when they came over, your kids didn't have to bring anything but the child. And even for the second one, she's 2. And when she come over, I have everything she need. I got a room set up in my house for them. Clothes all in the closet. All they got to do is come over. I got clothes. I got everything. Everything. All they got to do is bring them. I got their medicines. Any kind, like cough syrups and Tylenols and all that mess. I got all of that over here. I like being a grandma. Ooh, but I be tired. I be tired when those 2 little girls leave. Ooh, Lord. I'm going to get them this weekend. So I don't know if I'm going to go live Saturday. If I go live Saturday, well, if you saw me live last Saturday, you saw my other granddaughter. She kept sticking her hand in the video like this. She was trying to get in that video, kept sticking her hand. Oh, wait. Now, who is this? One Life, One Love 40. I've never seen your name before, so I know you're new. When we start talking about our topics, the random questions like that kind of throw off the chat. We try to stay on topic. But I welcome you. Thank you for coming over to Gbutterfly TV. Thank you for coming. So let's just try to stay on topic. Stay on topic. You know what? Since you're new in here, you asking questions. Let me ask you a question. You have grandkids? One Life, One Love 40. You have grandkids? You over there buying diapers and milk and making sure everything's straight for your grandkids when they come to your house? That's what we are. That's the topic we on right now. And look, she put hashtag glamour. Glamour. Ooh, but I be tired. Mine just started daycare, and I pay for daycare for my daughter as a single mother. See, things like that, when you can help them, that's a good thing. And that's what the lady was trying to say when she was on her she made a video earlier today. She was saying that she's going to help her children regardless. And who, I don't know, I can only assume. I'm just going to assume that her daughter, maybe it's in her early 20s, but she didn't live at home and she said she didn't pay her bills. But for the mother to come online and feel compelled to say something about people getting in her daughter's inbox and kind of making her feel bad because her mom was still doing stuff for her leads me to think that the young lady is a little younger and not like in her 30s, you know. So I was like, I don't see nothing wrong with a parent helping their child when they can. That's the village that they always talk about. Cold bait finder, yes ma'am. Georgia McLean said yes. Okay, I hear you. I got three. Know what you mean. That daycare high. So let me see, who is this? I pay for daycare. Jelaine 9. Bless your heart, because I know that daycare high as hell. So glad I'm in a position to help my boys and their children. So am I. And you know, you want to get better with every generation. So when you're able to help your children, well, that is a wonderful feeling. I'm glad I'm able to help my sons too, if they ask. And even sometimes when they don't ask, I'll still help. But when it comes to them granddaughters, ooh, they don't even have to ask. I just be having stuff. I be like, I need to stop. I really need to stop. Sometimes my little 5-year-old will go into the store with me and pick up just a little video piece of trinket. And I know damn well she don't be needing it. But she be like, Granny, I be like, go ahead, put it up there. Oh, but I know how we can get. They always ask. Yes, they do. Hey, 3110 Harlan. Thank you for coming over. If I buy one more LOL doll for my granddaughter, I'm going to cry. You know what? My granddaughter like those little things. That's with the big eyes and kind of funny, odd-shaped head. I know she like the coloring books, and it's LOL. We probably talking about the same thing. All right, so we're going to go on to the next question. And if it's some men in here, the men going to be like, what the hell is she talking about? And then the ladies, I got another one now because I got to be fair. If I got to ask a question about the men, I'm going to ask a question about the women too. So y'all get ready. Let's see. My grandson is my heart. Any Lego set he wants, I'm buying. Have you taken them to Dallas to the Lego? They have like a whole Lego museum or something or another. I remember my sister took my nephew. My grandchick just went to Cash App request. Only 10. What? Oh, I can't imagine my granddaughter sending me a Cash App request. They get wrapped around their little, no, you get wrapped around their little finger. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. From the time that they born and you first hold them, it's a love you can't even explain. You can't even explain how you love your grandkids. Because you know, when you really love your kids, you think you have no more room in your heart to love anybody anymore than you love your kids. And as soon as you had that grandkid, it's like your heart just bursts. And you're like, where did that love come from? I didn't think I could love somebody. You don't love them more than your own children, but it's another level of love. Ooh, I got to get my limeade early. I've been drinking it. I'm going to sit it right there. Like I say, I'm not in my regular old spot in the other room. I said, let me come in here in this TV room by this desk so I can just read off this computer. That's right. It's another level. Yes, it is. You can't even explain it. You cannot explain. I can't even put into words how I love my two granddaughters. I really can't. That cup. Oh, y'all like my cup. I told y'all my mama bought me this pretty butterfly cup. Isn't it cute? It's real cute. Don't look at my lipstick on there either. That's why I turned it around this way so y'all can't see it. So that let y'all know I'm not buying that fancy lipstick they have online that they say don't come off on the cups. My granddaughter is a mother hen to her brother. Oh, really? Okay. That's all right. So she going to look out for her brother. I ain't mad at her. All right, ladies. Do you feel like a man is broke or doesn't have his shit together if he asks you to go 50-50, or if he asks you, what can you bring to the table? If he's asking you to go 50-50 on bills, or if he's asking you, okay, what do you bring to the table? Do you feel like he really don't have his shit together? And I'm gonna tell you why I ask. There was a lady, I've never seen this lady on TikTok before. I just ran across her video, and she was saying that if a man is asking that, he's not a real man and he really don't have his shit together. So he's trying to see, what can you do to help his plight? So what do you think? Yes, I'm a Mimi and I met Milt when he calls me. Yep. I'm on, hey, Canes. He couldn't be with me. Linda Starchild said if he asks her to go 50-50, they can't be together. Let me see. What is this? They make my heart happy, but when I see my son kid that passed, oh, wow. I can imagine. I bet that's another level of just love and Callus, I can see what you mean. I don't even want to think about that. Ooh, my heart go out to you on that piece. Don't have his stuff together. Okay. Real men don't ask questions like that. And that, you know what, that's what the lady kept saying today. She kept saying that real men don't really ask that. Men who really about taking care of their household and the people who under their roof, they don't go to a woman saying, hey, we need to go 50-50, and what can you bring to the table? I don't think anything is wrong with the question, but if you lead with that, then it's a no. Man, please, she gonna pay some bills. I can't say she gonna pay some bills up in that camp. Okay, now look at it like this. Let's just say the 50-50 is so you both can elevate to a high level. If you both putting your money in, that's gonna put y'all at a high level where y'all can just elevate together. What do you think about that? If he's able to take care of everything, but then you work and you got all your finances over here, just imagine if you put them together, how you can go up a little bit higher. What do you think about that? Or do you still feel like he should just still take care of everything? And I'm not judging nobody, I'm just asking. That's right, help out. Okay, 257 big dogs say they gotta help out. What if one is cheating? Oh Lord Jesus, Sonny Ray, you didn't took us in a whole nother direction. That's the purpose. I like being taken care of. I'll help where needed though. We're going to help him. We're going to help him. Okay. You know what? I think most women would love to be taken care of, and I'm just being honest. Most women would want somebody to fully take care of them. I think women have just been conditioned in the last maybe 35, 40 years that we got to work and make it happen because men are really not doing that anymore. You know, that could have been in the age of my grandfather or my father and uncles. You really don't see a lot of that right now. And I think most women would love to have somebody take care of them, and then they have to be willing to do their part as well if they are deserving. Okay, Alan, I agree with that. I don't mind contributing, but I've been spoiled. I think the age that you come together determines that. Yeah, that makes a difference too. Because sometimes, let's just say somebody get with somebody and they're like 25, 26. They could be just starting out and financially can't really afford to fully take on another human being. So I can see that. I guess if you're looking at somebody that's more established in their, say, 40s, 50s, it may be a little bit different. Some men are too busy acting like the prize. You sure right. Ain't no free rides. Why would I pay all the bills and she do what she wants with her money? Kane, you trying to make people mad in this chat today, I see. You take care of me, I take care of you. Not monetary, though. Wrong one. Okay, keep your money separate. Split bills and make sure you're able to retire comfortably. Okay. Okay, spoiling is a past thing. No, I don't think it's really in the past. I think there are a lot of women who still are being spoiled right to this day. You just have to find a right guy that's willing to do it, and that right guy really need to find a right woman, like somebody said earlier in the chat, that's deserving of that. Some people will just take advantage of a man because he's willing to do it and not really fully appreciate and maybe bring something else to the table outside of money. But some people will take advantage of that. If we're 25, we're working together. 50s, I don't need your cash. Right, that's what we were just saying. But they could satisfy your needs. Okay, I was spoiled, but there was a motive. Ooh, we like a title to a Lifetime movie. I was spoiled, but there was a motive. Yeah, Layla's mom. Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. You know what, everybody? There's somebody in the chat. Layla's mom, homemade soaps. I was watching her live today. She has a lot of products. I actually went on her website and bought some of her products today. When her products come in, I'll actually do a quick review of her products. But her name is Layla's mom in the chat. Go over and support her channel. Go support her channel. This is just a black lady that has fragrances, candles, I think incense. She has the wax melts. She has her own fragrances. She has everything. And I can't wait for my wax melts to come in. I really like wax melts. So when I was watching her live and she said she had some, I'm like, let me go online and order some. And she had a lot of fragrances. And just basically, when I was reading what the fragrances are, I was like, that sounds a little different. I haven't seen that before. So I'm really excited about getting my products in. And her name is Layla's mom with the soaps. Find her in the chat and go follow her channel. I'm the prize. Men looking for a maid, bed partners, nurse, cook. You sure right, especially when they start getting real old. They might be looking for somebody to step in to take care of them. I know somebody, and he's not on social media, so he's a good friend of mine. He's not on social media, so he'll never know I'm telling this story. But he told me when he got in his like late 50s, and he had never been married before. And he was like, "Oh, I need to find me a wife." He said, "Because I can see myself getting older and getting sick. I don't want to be by myself." He found one. hmm I'm really looking forward to getting my products. I see. Just the other day, I can't remember if it was yesterday or the day before, we were talking about how we have to not hold the information, share it out to other people. You should want to see everybody grow and be successful. And she could potentially get 15 orders just off this live. And I don't know this lady from the person who lived 2 blocks around the corner from me. I've never met her before, but we happened to be in the same live one day, and the gentleman whose live we were in, he was telling him, "Hey, y'all go support Gbutterfly TV," and she just been kind of coming over in my chat. I don't get an opportunity to go into a lot of chats because I'm at work. By the time I get home, I'm trying to prepare for this for my own live. But today I happen to have a few minutes, and I went to her live, and I was like, wow, she has a lot of products. So I'm like, you know what? Let me support her. So if you think about it, try to give somebody a chance to give them some support. You never know when the tables are going to turn, and you will want somebody to support what you're trying to do. They can't handle a strong woman they can't control. Well, I would hope as a grown man he wouldn't be trying to control a woman anyway. Somebody say, "You left me hanging." What? I missed your comment. What's your name? CK1. Let me see. Did I miss your comment? I never ever thought about 50-50, but when I found out I was being cheated on, that went out the G. I never thought about going 50-50. So you didn't think about going 50-50. You just came in and you just handled all the bills, and the lady was there and was able to do what she wanted to do with her money? Okay, so tell me this: when guys say that they're going to handle all the bills, this is a question. Let's just say you're dating someone and let's just say she just decided to buy a new car and she's paying her own car note. But then she moves in with you. When you take on all the bills, do you take on her new car note, or do you say, "Okay, I'm going to pay all the bills for the house, but you still got to pay your car note"? How does that really work? I haven't been married in, umpteen years, and I don't shack up with nobody, so I pay my own stuff. So I was just wondering how that work. I make good money and have taken care of a woman. It's about what we can do for each other. I agree with that. Canes, I agree with that. It has to be appreciation from both sides, and you have to just want to do for the other person. At least that's what I think. It's not a fight for control. Just use self control. Hey, Dr. DCVA, you back in here? All right. What state you're in? You seem to be a strong Southern woman. Well, yes, I'm from the South. I'm here in Houston. See this Houston, Texas T-shirt? No, she pays for her car note. Okay, I was just wondering how that worked. All right, all right. We on this topic number 2. We didn't got a lot of answers for this topic. I knew that one about the money and the women and that 50-50. I knew I was going to get a lot of comments on that one. The car note is her baby. Okay. So men, how do you feel when a woman is inquiring about your finances, your home, your car, etc. when you initially meet her? Let's say you go out on a date for the first date, or y'all talking on the phone, you just meeting her, and she started asking you all kind of questions about what kind of car you drive. You got your own house? Where you work? Just start asking you about your finances. What do you think about that? Your live is freezing up on me for some reason. I don't know, my dad. You might want to go out and come back in. Is it buffering or freezing up on anybody else? Because everything looks fine on my end. So is it buffering in the chat? Say no, it is not, or yes, it is. You having some issues like Muff Dad? All good over here. If you're willing to live off my salary, I will. If not, I guess they say, "Oh well." If not, that's none of her business. Find out as we go along. Okay, Alan Jeter. No, you're good. Okay, that's what I thought. That's why I thought it might be Muff Dad. He may need to just go out and come back in. A bit invasive. Okay, everybody's saying no. And let's see, a bit invasive. I think so too. I think if as time go on, those are the things you're going to find out about that person anyway. Because let's just say they're having this conversation and the man say, oh, I make about 250 G a year. I mean, K a year. Okay. Even he makes that much money, that may sound all well and good, but until she really gets to know that man and the inner workings of his life, and just because he makes all that money, he may have so much overhead and bills and debt that he probably lived like he make 30 grand. So having somebody just tell you all of those things until you are with somebody and you really learn their behavior and how they handle their money and all of them questions don't mean nothing. You got to see that stuff in real time. It's a bit much at first. I agree. A first date should not be about finances. I agree. I agree. That should just be a time to just kind of get to know each other. It's a bit much. Yeah. Who you got for the Super Bowl? Whoever put my numbers up on that football board. That goes back to your question for women. He asking to go 50-50. Yeah, he asking to go 50-50, and she trying to come in and ask, okay, about your finances. She trying to see what you got, what you going to do. Remember a couple of weeks ago, I told you a lady told a guy that she wasn't doing anything. She wasn't paying no bills. Her expectation was for him to take care of her and her daughter. And he asked her, what you bring to the table? She said, me. That's it. Thank you for the sneakers, Layla. She say, I just bring me and my daughter to the table. That's it. Thank you, ladies, mom. It ain't going to happen. People start off asking far too much too soon. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Now, some things you really need to ask up front. But asking somebody's finances, no. To me, that's a question that definitely does not need to come on a first date. But one thing I think you should ask on a first date, ask the person, are they dating anybody? Are they married? Are they sexual orientation could probably be in that question too. Another thing you need to ask, and I heard this many, many years ago, and I can remember I asked this guy this, and he cracked up laughing. He was like, damn, you just came right on out and asked. This guy, I went to this relationship type seminar years ago. Ooh, I probably was in my late 20s at the time. And the guy said that you should always ask a new person that you're, talking to, may potentially start dating. You need to ask them, okay, are you married? Do you live with somebody? Are you in a committed relationship? Are you dating somebody just casually? He said, but the main thing you need to be asking, are you sleeping with somebody on a regular basis? And he say, if they tell you that they're sleeping with somebody on a regular basis, that's the one question you really have to decide. Do you want to go any further with the conversation or interactions with this person, or do you want to just cut them off and be like, nah, I don't want to deal with somebody who already really dealing with somebody. Did I miss some of the comments? Ask if they have kids and friends, but her valet park. What would let me see. What about the lady who went on the first date with the guy, and then when it was time, he paid for the meal? Yeah, he paid for everything. I know this kind of bouncing around, but we're talking about a story from last week. The gentleman paid for everything. Even bought her 2 dozen roses, 3-course meal, dessert. He did everything for her. She said she had a problem with him because he didn't pay for her valet. And to me, I thought, you know what? And she was saying outside of him not paying for the valet on their first date, she said he checked off all the boxes. Perfect gentleman. They had a great time. She said, but she just felt so unfulfilled when she went home because he didn't pay her valet. But I can tell the way she was talking in the camera, she was a very young woman. They're not truthful. Linda Star Child, you're saying they're not truthful if you ask if they're sleeping with somebody? How is your health? Yeah. She could have walked from the parking lot. Who told her to valet? Based on this young lady, she gave me a real bougie vibe. But she gave me a young, entitled vibe too. Red flag, petty. People have a life before they met you. Folks just don't sit around waiting for you. Let's be real. Marriage is more beneficial and worth it for men. Harvard has a study that proves this. More beneficial for men. You know what? I may go online and see if I can possibly find the study and read some of the facts on that. That would be interesting. You say red flag. What's a red flag? When you talking about the lady with the valet? I know because we bounced around a little bit and went back to a story from last week. Women live longer without them. Oh, about the valet, yeah. Oh, that's a red flag. Because she said, now had he paid for her valet, she probably would have been all into the guy because he did everything right in her eyes, except the valet. And she had a problem with that. She had a real problem with it. Like the lipstick off topic. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. You know what? This is a what is this? I put two different colors on because I actually had on a different shirt, and the other shirt had orange, browns, those tones. So I had on like a brown color lipstick, and it's by, I think it's by matte. All of them are matte. And I said when I put this, I switched and put this on because that other shirt just looked weird. I'm like, I don't want to wear that, so I went and grabbed this T-shirt and put it on. So this T-shirt don't match with the brown, so I hurry and put a little bit of red on top of it and put some lip gloss on top. So I don't even know what color it is. It's just a Gbutterfly special today. Your women and men should just have fun and stop all the stress and stain. I think it might mean the strain of dating. At what point does the fun go to, okay, well, what we going to do? We just having fun, but what are we actually going to do? Because if you decide you want to move further than just the fun, you got to start having the serious conversations. You got to start having those eventually. Y'all ready to go on to the next topic? Y'all know I got another one. I got another one. Y'all ready? All right, so this is the next question. What are your thoughts about gentle parenting, timeouts, and allowing children to have total meltdowns? Do you think it will have a negative effect when they are older and they are in the real world? Are schools adopting the gentle parenting concept? Wait, when they encounter adults in school, is their behavior affecting their ability to learn if they are receiving gentle parenting at home? What do y'all think about that? Have y'all been here? That's like the new term I hear everybody using, gentle parenting. Now, I'm a parent, but I have grown ups, so this really doesn't apply to me. Because when I have my granddaughters, I parent them like I parent my sons. Now, y'all take that any way you want to take it. And if you don't know, Google it really quick. From what I can tell, it's parents who let kids just really express themselves, and they may not express themselves the way I would prefer them to express themselves. They scream and holler and talk back, and the parents just kind of acquiesce and give them a minute to calm down, and then they go talk to them in a gentle way and try to get them to see or do what they wanted them to do all along. And I know everybody gonna parent how they want to parent. I get that. I get that. I get that. But what happens when the child steps outside of your door and the real world is not with that gentle parenting stuff? How does that really affect the child? And is that really beneficial? Because your child is not going to be with you all the time. I was spanked and also did timeouts. No gentle parenting. It creates little monsters. Possible. There is restrictions. I have to match my kids' energy. I be trying to gentle parent as much as I can until they not gentle. So since you say you do gentle parent, how does that work when they go to school? And there's probably a different expectation from the teachers and administrators or whoever they have to deal with in school. How does that affect them? Or is there any type of effect on them when they? How does that work? I don't know what that means. But since you're talking to Crystal, I probably don't need to know what it means. My daughter told me, do not use the belt on my children. She claims it's slave action. So do anybody else feel like kids getting spanked is slave action? I know a couple of people who feel like they don't want their children spanked. So what? Okay, if you don't want them spanked, what other type of discipline do you find that really works? No, either you got a child, a grandchild, you got nieces, nephews, or you had brothers and sisters who your parents may have gentle parented, or they probably need an ass whooping. Let's see, my grandkids don't get spanked. Okay, then she needs to keep them away from me. Okay, we need to bring it back, not saying abuse them. I agree. I don't think, let me see, we have clear expectations we put out for our kids and standards, and there are consequences. Oh, timeouts, taking toys away for a minute. I pop their hands if needed, but my nieces and nephews listen when I correct them. Okay, good. I see tantrums though. And see, that's the thing. When they start having these tantrums and falling, and I don't understand that. I believe in giving a couple of pops when necessary. Okay, Kids are out of line these days. Yes, they are. We talked about this maybe a week or so ago. A lot of times the kids are out of line because they don't have the structure at home. I do allow them to express themselves and have opinions, unlike we had growing up. Yeah, because it was like, because I said so. That's what we had. Because I said so. And now there's a culture where they want you to communicate. And I think that's a good idea to really communicate with kids. I do. I think that's a good idea to communicate with them on their level as long as there's still clear boundaries and expectations and structure. I agree. So gentle parenting, okay, so gentle parenting does work sometimes. I saw this one video about maybe a couple of months ago. There was a lady who was have boundaries, but I don't believe in abuse. Oh, definitely no abuse. Definitely that's no. That's a definite no. But there has to be boundaries and structure. Children don't like it, but they need it. They need the structure and boundaries. They really do need that. See, I've seen kids on vids that curse their parents out. Mm-hmm. I've seen it too. Not in this house, but I saw it. I mean, that's so funny. Somebody said, "You popping my baby." Exactly. They need structure. Oh yeah, they gotta have structure. Yes, they absolutely need structure and boundaries. You have to. If not, without structure and boundaries, you're gonna have total chaos with kids, and these kids are already just off the chain as it is. Yep, the kids are out of control nowadays. And again, like I said, we talked about that a couple of weeks ago. It all started at home. I don't care what nobody say. It all start at home. At home. Acting a fool. Like if you have a little kid that's acting a fool, follow them home, and you probably gonna see a parent that's acting a fool. I'm telling you, it's gonna be at home. But then we finna go on to the next topic, y'all. We rocking and rolling. Now this gonna be a good one. I want to know how many of you on here like to go skating or grew up going skating or to skating rinks. How many of you did that? Grew up going skating, going to skating rinks, or go skating right now? Because skating right now is so popular. It's like a thing right now. Used to love it. Okay. I'm scared to skate. You know, when I go to skating rink, I still want them that little, like a little walker that they use for little kids. Y'all know that little white thing? And you put your skates on, and you just hold a little white thing and scroll across the floor. That's what I need. And I used to know how to skate pretty good when I was a youngster. But I know what has me so traumatized about skating. I can remember I was a young adult, young adult, probably 24. I'm just going to say about 24. And I can remember, if you're not from Galveston, you're not going to know what I'm talking about. Anybody from Galveston, you know, or Lamar, you know about Menard Park. Menard Park was like the huge city park that sits up on the beach that everybody went to. I can remember going skating around. I would have my skates on and we would go skating around the park. And one time, I don't know what I hit, but I hit something and my legs flew in the air and I fell back on my back. I think that traumatized me from skating because I haven't wanted to skate ever since, and that was a long time ago. So I've gone to a skating rink before, but I'm so scared that I just go in a straight line. I just put my skates on and I just go in a straight line. I don't even know how to skate on these new fancy, stop on these new fancy skates. I just go in a straight line and I just run myself into the wall. Bam! That's the only way I know how to stop. That's the only way I know how to stop. I just keep rolling until I hit the wall like this, and then I stop, and then I turn myself around, and I go the other way. But I used to love skating, but I think I traumatized myself when I did that bad fall around the park. And for years, when I tell you, years, it took me a long time to put another pair of skates on. And even at that time, I'm still scared. I'll just go real slow around the side of the wall, and I might do like one lap. I take the skates off. Let me see. Somebody was laughing at me. I ain't going to no skates now. I'm scared as hell, and my bones is big if I fall and break them. I know that's right, Candace. I love it. It's just like riding a bike. Never forget. No, I know how to skate. I can put on a pair of skates and start skating. You know, one, just going. I don't know how to stop. I'm scared somebody gonna bump me. So that's why I tell you I just run into the wall like this. Boop. And I stop. I turn myself And then I go straight, boop, hit that wall, turn myself. But because I'm older, I think about the repercussions if I fall and hurt myself. Like she said, we're getting older, bones are more, just a little bit more brittle because we're older. It's going to take us longer to heal. And my mindset is always, I got to go to work. I got my money I got to go make. So I can't be doing something outside of work that'll put me in a position where I'll be hurt. So I go to the skate rink and watch everybody else. And watch everybody else. Last time I went to college, I fell and hurt my wrist so bad, had to go to urgent care. I know that's right. I'm scared. Not my thing. LOL, I have to stop like that too. I'm taking it straight to the wall. Boop. That's how you got to do it. Stop saying you're scared. Practice makes perfect. Well, there will be no more practice for me. I go and go into a straight line. I know, but I don't mind. I get the little baby thing, the little white thing. I ain't ashamed. Ain't nothing about me shame. I get that little white thing and scroll all around that thing. Holding on. Your hair is very pretty, nice and neat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you're in the Houston area, need your hair cut, need your hairstyle, look up Moana Emerson. Moana Emerson, she's at Hair Gallery by D on the southwest side of Houston. Or if you're on the southeast side and you need somebody to do your hair, check out Comfort Styles. Alan, you laughing at me running into the wall. I'm telling you, that's the only way I know how to stop. That's the only way. But I bet y'all put on no more skates. I saw online this 18-year-old boy asked his mama, could a girlfriend come and spend a night with him because he's 18 and now he's legally an adult? What would you do if your kids, okay, yeah, make sure you call Comfort. What would you do if your 18-year-old kid say, hey, I'm 18, I'm an adult. Can my girlfriend come spend a night? What would y'all do? Or what would you say? Okay, Alan G to say, hell no. Harlan say, no, my child would not have asked that. Okay, hell no, not under my roof. Okay. No, sir, Mr. 18. Mr. 18. When I saw that today, and he was serious too. He wanted to know, could his girlfriend come stay because he was 18 and was an adult. I say, now, if you got to ask your mama, can your girlfriend come stay? Clearly, you are not an adult. You better get a hotel since you're grown. I know that's right. If you still live there, you're not an adult. Exactly. No, sir, no, ma'am. I don't care if you're legal. This ain't no cat house. Crystal said a cat house. Ooh, that's funny. Absolutely not. Better go get your Uncle Mo and Aunt Tell. I've never heard it put like that. That's funny. Hello. Hey, Boogie Down Bronx. You back. Boogie Down Bronx then came over a couple of times. You done missed about 5 topics already, Boogie Down Bronx. I did sneak a few in when I was 18. You never asked. Okay, don't ask. Cat house. Okay, however, my son was staying at his girlfriend's parents' house. I just shook my head. Have you ever allowed someone to come and live in your house that didn't respect your house and they didn't take care of your stuff while they was living there? Hey, Hot Tea. I see you made it over here. So I got one guest. Somebody say yes, they let somebody come who didn't take care of their stuff. I can't house. That's a no, because I only give people 3 nights. Oh, she said 3 nights. That's the max. 3 nights and they got to rock on out. Never. I can't let anybody live with me. Nope, not having it. Yes, use my dear. Now, you know that's low down. Use your deodorant and everything. That's too much. My people know I'm not the one. Use the deodorant. Number 1, strike you out. How do somebody go use somebody else's deodorant? I'm stuck on that. How do you go and use somebody else's deodorant? I'm trying to figure that piece out. Okay, Crystal, what you do when she did that? I'm assuming it was a she. What you do when she did that? Welcome to Gbutterfly TV. Over here, I just have a few topics. We talk about it, and then we up off of here. We're not on here long. She can have it. I know that's right. A ninja used my toothbrush one morning, and he never saw me again. That's nasty. People are so inconsiderate. Wait a minute, Max. I'm about to come back. Max say, not again. Had a ninja wear my drawers. Max say somebody wore his drawers. Oh, Lord, I got out laughing. Max say a ninja wore his drawers. That is nasty. Oh, that's nasty. Personal items are off the limit. Yes, ma'am. Me and my husband were young, and it was our first apartment, and we were helping a couple. Ooh. Asking Max, they want to know, how did you know he had your drawers on? Max, they want to know, how did you know your homeboy had your drawers on? Wait, yes, but not hygiene products. You doing the most. No, not your drawers. I'm dead. Oh my God. He had them embroidered. Oh, wait, Max, you had embroidered drawers, but we still need to know how you know he had them on. I need a drink. Oh Lord. Ooh, I got tears running out my eyes. I have laughed so hard. Maybe his pants were sagging. Okay. And he could have seen the top part. Okay, I can go with that. I can go. He washed and returned. Washed and returned them. I hope he didn't. He should have kept those. He should have kept those. Like she should have kept that deodorant. Ooh, Lord, that's funny. That just cracked me up. I'm telling you, that is so funny. Wait, where's Max? Cause I ain't heard. Max ain't came back. Max could have left the chat too. Max. Oh, excuse me, Maxwell Ellis, 375. He could have left the chat, but if he did leave, he left us with a good laugh. We almost at 16,000 likes. Somebody say, throw them drawers away. They heels now. I know that's right. Oh, Max, you still here? The people in the chat want to know, how did you know old boy had your underwear on? No, Callis, he back. Max say he's still here. We're trying to figure out, how did you know? Did he wear sagging pants where you saw your underwear? Or how did you know he had your underwear? Hey, that name went by so fast. We over here cutting up laughing today. Oh my God. Butterfly, you made my night. Thanks. Hey, Alan, you got to come over here. At least 5 days a week, about 7:15, 7:45, somewhere in that range. I try to come on. I try to have at least 7, 8, 9, possibly 10 good topics. We talk about the topics. It's all lighthearted fun over here. No drama. We don't cut up. We don't have all that foolishness going on. We talk about our topics and we rock on out. And I see y'all. Ladies, would you date someone who was like your father? And men, would you date someone who is like your mother? Now, don't just answer real quick. Think about who your mom and daddy really, really are. And would you date somebody that's like them? Yeah, I think Max just going to leave us hanging out there. She does give out blessed blocks. Yes, I do. You probably had, haha, y'all probably had the same pair. Oh, Lord. Hey, but you know what? We haven't had to put nobody on mute today, and we haven't had to do the boop, blessed block at all today. Somebody say, my daddy ain't worth a dime. Okay, so I'm going to take that as a no. You wouldn't date nobody that's like your daddy. Somebody say, user, something, something. Say, hell no. Okay, not really. Maybe 60-40. Okay, so maybe, maybe not. Alrighty. Well, me personally, I would say yes. Because you would have to know, I feel like I got the best daddy in the whole wide world. God sit here, my daddy sit right here in my eye. So yeah, I would. My daddy a good guy. My wife have similar ways of my mom. Okay, your eyes are gorgeous. Okay, thank you, Mr. Skeezy. Ooh, that went so fast. My daddy looks like Terrence Howard. So yes. Okay, Jocelyn. Let me see. Your dad is a great dad. He is. He a good man. My mom is very elegant. Okay, so Boogie Down Bronx say he would marry somebody like his mom, or date. Let's just say he would date somebody that's like his mom. Okay, I was wondering when I saw that, I said, you know what, sometimes people be quick to say yes or no. I said, but if they sit back and think who their parents really, 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 really are, they might say, oh, no, wait a minute, hell, I might not. Let me see your daddy, Jocelyn. Blending impression, say, wait, let me put the eye on him. Oh, we cutting up here today. My dad was a good dad and provider, but he was a player. All right, player, player. I guess all of us have our flaws. All of us. Like Beyonce's song, flaws and all. And all. Mine had too many women. I'm going to say no. Okay. He said too many women. Okay. Wherever he laid his head was his home. All right. This is a local story, and I saw this when I was scrolling through the news. Has anybody heard about the play that's in New York right now about Michael Jackson? So 310 Harlan said, yes, he has, and Jocelyn said no, she hasn't heard about it. I hadn't heard about it either until I was watching the news today. Come to find out, the little boy who's playing Michael as a youngster, the little boy is from Houston. He attends River Oaks Elementary School, and his name is Bane, B-A-N-E, Griffith. And he says the reporter on the news was asking him what did he miss most about Houston, because he has to stay in New York right now because he's in the play. And they were asking him what did he miss most about Houston, and he got so emotional because he said he missed his dance academy friends. He said because the dance academy is like his family, and he was 10. He said he's been going to that dance academy for the last 7 years. Excuse me. So he kind of, you can hear how he got choked up in his story. He said, because I miss my family. He said, those are my family members. And they asked him, what did he like about being in the play? And he was saying the one thing he liked before he left, because I guess he left right at the end of the semester, I guess around the holidays, when they let the kids out. He said he liked because all his little friends was like, oh, Bane, you're going to be a superstar. Can we get your autograph? He said all the kids at his school was asking for his autograph. So I thought that was a really cute little story. A handsome little boy. And he's playing a young Michael Jackson in the play. And he's from Houston. I hadn't even heard about it. He was on a morning show here in L.A. and performed live. Oh, he did. See, over here this morning when I saw it, he was just talking to the reporter. It looked like he was sitting in a hotel. And he was like sitting maybe right in front of a phone, kind of like what I'm doing. And I saw a grown-up, could have been the mama, had on some plaid like pajama pants. I say she might have forgot that little boy was on a interview, because she walked by and she just like stepped her foot in the bed and took the other foot in the bed, but she had on some plaided like pajama pants. I say she must have forgot that child was on this interview. Ooh, this earring hurt my ear. I said she must have forgot the child was on the interview. But nonetheless, he did really well in his interview. He's very well spoken. For 10 years old, this young man was so well spoken. And he was such a little cutie. I say, I'm going to have to go online and look more about this play. Let's see. And he said the play is more so about the dad, about Joe Jackson. He's making a lot of reference to Joe Jackson. He was on okay, let's see. I have to go see it. I'm always in and out of New York. Yeah, go check it out. I forgot. I don't know the actual title of the play. Like I say, the little boy was such a cutie. And it really caught my attention when they said the little boy was from Houston, Mr. Bane Griffith. I don't know how many of you watch sports. Now, I know somebody here, she already told me I hate sports. But I love, love, love sports. Well, yesterday, LeBron James he broke Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's 38-year record for having the most points scored as an NBA player. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was at the game because last night LeBron James broke the record, and now LeBron James has 38,387 points in the NBA. LeBron James got a little teary-eyed when he was talking about his win, and he also told the crowd, to give Kareem Abdul-Jabbar a huge standing ovation and clap it up for him, because he's like a GOAT in the NBA. Did any of you watch the game? Or any of you basketball fans? Yep, I knew it was you, Callis. That's why I say somebody already told me they hate sports. Did anybody see the game last night and see when LeBron James broke the record? LeBron, although the Lakers lost. Okay, see, I didn't actually watch the game. I caught it on the news, so I didn't know whether they won or they lost. Okay. And both of his sons were there. I don't know if his wife was there. I know, but both of his sons were at the game last night. They say his son is like a McDonald's #1 player. He in the like top 5 in the country. They say a lot of schools are trying to recruit Bronny, LeBron James' son. Yeah, that was awesome. He broke a record that hadn't been broken in 38 years. But somebody on the news was saying that even though he broke the record, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar broke the record in less years. I think it's taken LeBron like 14 years, I think, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar did it like in 10 or 13 years. Losing season for the Lakers. When has the Lakers last had a winning season? It's been a minute, I know. I don't remember them being in the playoffs or going to the NBA Finals in a long time. It's been a long time for the Lakers. You know what? LeBron James is about 38, 39. I wonder if he's going to retire soon. I can see him going into movies, producing movies, because he's already doing that. I can see him going to be a sports commentator. So he already has his, once he retires, of course, he already has his life lined up. Let me see. So I read about that. Hold on, because I wrote a lot of stuff down. Oh, do you know last year during the Super Bowl season, you remember the wings? There was a shortage on wings, and the wings were extremely high last year. Well, they were saying that this year wings are 22% cheaper than they were last year. So all of y'all got Super Bowl events, y'all might want to go out and get you some wings because they're a little cheaper this year. Oh, you know what I noticed on the news? And this is relative to Houston, but I'm quite sure if you live in other places, you can relate to this. He said he wants to play a few more years. Okay. Hell, if what's his name? Brady can play till he 45. LeBron probably can play till he 45 too. There's an apartment complex on the north side of Houston called Cranbrook Forest Apartments, and it's off of Ella Boulevard. Why they say their complex is being overran by rats and mold, and the people still have to stay in there because they don't have nowhere to go? I said, can you imagine that? Apartment complex is being overrun by rats. And while the lady was holding her little baby, while she was talking to the news person, she was like jumping like that because they were scrambling all on the floor. I say, what in the whole hell is going on over there? I say that is horrible for people to have to live under those conditions. That's not safe for any of those residents living with the rats. She showed like her little baby, what do you call them things? Like a little playpen type of deal. They did the camera and looked inside the little playpen. You see the little baby blankets and all that. Why have rat droppings all up in that? I say, ooh, I hope she ain't laying that baby down there because that's gross. But that goes to show how bad those rats are. When they get all in your baby stuff, they say them rats be everywhere. I say, oh no, I cannot imagine. That's the rat apartment. Now, yes, it is. They done took that over. I'm telling you, while the lady was there, and you could tell the rats are not scared because while she was out talking, they were scrambling. You know, normally rats and roaches and things like that, they really don't come out while the people are moving around. They be sitting in the cut like this, just waiting for them to move. Then they jump out. Maybe them rats say, damn these humans. And they all on the floor. It's funny, but it's not funny for the people who have to live in those conditions. You know, I'm just cracking a joke. But that is so scary to me. I would be terrified. I couldn't do it. If I see one, I'm going to hurt myself because I'm so scared. Ooh, I don't mean hurt myself, but hurt myself trying to get out the way. But yeah, that's scary when you have rodent infestation like that. Because you can get bit by one of those things, hell, and probably damn near die. Now, this is a good story. It's in Houston, but you may know somebody who in Houston who can benefit from this. Anybody familiar with the Sunnyside area? You know, that's like around Reed Road, West Airport, Worthing High School, all of that is considered Sunnyside. They now have a grocery store over there that's called Fresh House Grocery. There's some urban farmers. They opened up a store off of Reed Road, and it's only been open about 2 months. But they noticed that area really doesn't have a lot of fresh food. A lot of people in that area don't have cars, can't get to the big supermarkets to get the fresh food that they need. So they opened up their own fresh food grocery store. I'm gonna try to get over there one day next week. But I don't know if that's a couple or if it's just a lady and a man that has opened up the grocery store. But they're getting ready to open up some type of restaurant. I forgot what they called it, but they say nothing in the restaurant will be fried. Everything will be fresh, homegrown ingredients. And there was a guy, he was like on a walker or something like that, and he was in the store. And he was saying that particular store was really good for him because when he went in there, they had everything he needed. They were saying that they're able to keep the prices down low, and because it's coming straight from the ground, pretty much to the store and right in your house. It's not all those middle people. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna go over to that store, and it's black owned. I said I'm gonna go over to that store and see what they have, and I'm gonna buy something, especially if they have some good greens. You know, they might have some good greens, and they're gonna be fresh too. But I'm gonna go over there and support. And if I go to that store, I'll try to go live in the store if I can to let you see the store. But I thought that was an awesome concept in that neighborhood. You would have to know the neighborhood. And if I'm not mistaken, if and this is if you're familiar with the Houston area on Sunnyside, they also have a community garden that would be on Scott and maybe a few blocks from Worth. And so that would be like Scott, Reed, kind of in that area. And that's why I'm thinking those two farmers that opened this store, I think they have that little community garden that they just recently put over there because they want to make sure that those people have access to a lot of fresh food. So I said, I'm going to go try that store out and see what they have. If I don't go live, I'll do a video and post it on my YouTube page. I mean, well, YouTube also, but on my TikTok. It's called Fresh House Grocery. And so I'm looking forward to seeing what restaurant they're going to open over there because I'll give them a try too and see what it tastes like. Andrew August Gus Allen Sr. was born in Leesville, Louisiana in 1905, and he moved to Galveston, Texas in the late 20s, where he resided for a little bit more than 60 years. While a resident of Galveston, he founded the Gus Allen Enterprises. Several of his businesses were on Church Street, 2 blocks north of Meridian Highway, which is now called Broadway. So all of you who are from this area, did you know that Broadway was once called Meridian Highway? I didn't know that until today, and I'm from there. Let's see. Okay. He opened Gus Allen Cafe in 1940. He and his staff catered to travelers that were passing through town that were probably faced with racism and were turned away from local restaurants and lodging. He provided these services for many famous people, including Joe Louis and Lionel Hampton. He also opened the Gus Allen Hotel, which included a barbershop and a store. In 1965, Gus Allen Villa and Cafe opened on the boulevard of Seawall. Now, if any of you familiar with Galveston, if you go to what I talked about a minute ago, which was Menard Park, there was a convenience store that sat right on the corner. Right next to the convenience store was old The Elegance. If you're from that area, you know The Elegance was a nightclub. That used to be, and there was a little bitty hotel right next to The Elegance. All of that's still there. It's something different now under probably different owners and different names. But all of those buildings that he opened, they're actually still there. And okay, I just read that. His businesses were very prosperous and was the inspiration for many other African Americans to open their own businesses in Galveston, Texas. Gus Allen died in 1988. However, prior to his death, he was active on many social, civic, and national charitable organizations. The Gus Allen Senior Park is located in the 27 block of Church Street. Now, I chose him because I ordered this book off of Amazon. As you can see, it's the Galveston African American Community Lost Restaurants. Gus Allen had one of the first restaurants in Galveston by a black person. This book is nothing but stories of African Americans who opened up restaurants in Galveston, Texas. I started reading this book when I was on vacation, and I put it down when I came back home. But when I tell you this is filled with so much rich black history that I would encourage all of you. Go online to Amazon. I think when I bought this book, I think it was probably less than $20. But if you like history, they actually have they have recipes in here. And it's just a lot of history about Galveston, Texas. If you want to know anything about Galveston, Texas, they have some history about Galveston, the city itself. But this is mainly about black people who opened their own restaurants and businesses many, many years ago. So again, this is your Black History Moment on Gbutterfly TV. Yeah, Aaron Javon, you got to read it. I love it. I love it. I love this book. Again, Lost Restaurants of Galveston's African American Community. And I was told that when I hold stuff up, you actually see it the right way. It's backwards to me, but you see it. You see some of the pictures from long ago? And I gave you a brief overview of Gus Allen. They have a very detailed story of his life and his contribution to Galveston's hotel and restaurant business. They had all kind of names: the Dry Dock Cafe, the Double Dip, Big Tree Cafe. What else did they have? Johnson's Barbecue, Fleming's, Lone Star Barbecue. Look, just to give you an idea, look at some of the pictures. I know the light is in there. I'm trying to. This guy here went to school with my brother. But the story is about these guys. But this is a younger family member. I think who kind of took over the family business. I think it was Oliver's. Oliver's Barbecue. Yep. Yep. Oliver's Barbecue. It was called Oliver's Barbecue Stand. Figgins Barbecue. Galveston Barbecue Pit. 1XL Barbecue. I mean, we had a lot of restaurants that opened in Galveston. And from my understanding, they had really good food. Honey Brown's Barbecue. Liza Soul Food. Sydney's Drive-In. Kimbro's Lounge. I used to hear a lot about Kimbro's when I was growing up. The Uptown Tavern. The Twilight Grill. The Havenette Diner. The Squeeze In. And again, they have plenty recipes in this book where families passed it down. I want to try Clary's Seafood Eggplant Casserole. This right here, the full recipe. But why that sound good? A seafood eggplant casserole. Ooh, that sound good. And that was at Clary's restaurant. I may give you that information on Clary's tomorrow. Clary Milburn. That's what's his name, Clary Milburn. Armstrong's, the Jambalaya Cafe. So if you have a, you know what I just realized? I just realized that Gus Allen's the very first one they talk about in this book. The Busy Bee Grill, Mary Jo's, 329 Dining Room, Three Cedar Trees Restaurant, Soda's Place and Restaurant, Rosenberg Hamburger Stand, Randall Brother Cafe. There was a lot of African Americans who made a huge contribution to Galveston's culinary experience. So if you have an opportunity, order this book off of Amazon if you're interested. But that's all I got for y'all today. Let's see what else would it. Did Gus have a daughter, 59 now? I think he did have a couple of kids. Could possibly be 59. Possibly. He died in 88. Possible. She could be close to 60. It's possible. You think you know her, Maxwell? But thank you so much for coming, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.